Welcome back to TarHeelIllustrated.com. And if you're watching us on our fast-growing YouTube channel, that is called Tar Heel Illustrated. I'm THI publisher Andrew Jones, and joining me is our Director of Football Recruiting, Dina King. And we continue to discuss each and every member of North Carolina football's class of 2022, as today is signing day. The Tar Heels getting a lot of signatures on letters of intent, and we're discussing each one of these kids as their LOIs arrive in Chapel Hill. The latest one to send his in is Tychaun Chapman, a three-star wide receiver. Arrivals list him as an all-purpose back, but Carolina's recruited him as a wide receiver. He's from Lansdowne High School in Virginia Beach. He's graded as an all-purpose back, so he's number 15 player at his position, all-purpose back in the nation, number 15 overall prospect in Virginia. Those numbers might be a little different if he was graded solely as a wide receiver. 5'9", 165 pounds. He can scoot. He committed to Carolina December 19th last year. He was the first member of the class of 2022 to commit. And I know that you talked about a TikTok video from the cookout where all those guys ended up in Chapel Hill. Well, shout out to Jacob Turner and myself for when we went up to Virginia Beach in the middle of the pandemic in June of 2020. Each of the kids that we saw there, that we talked to there, we interviewed, and Jacob shot ISO videos of each of them signing their letters of intent today. Tychaun Chapman was one of those kids. So what are your thoughts? Tychaun Chapman, after a 1-year wait, is officially a Tar Heel.
And that year has been kind of a roller coaster for him. He had a great spring because Virginia High School was like North Carolina. They had a spring. His junior year was in the spring, and then he switched schools for the fall, and he opted out. Personal reasons, he opted out, so he didn't play his actual senior season, but he had such a great junior season, and Carolina knows what they got in him. He did come this summer to the showcase and was one of the top performers. I mean, he's kind of like a Josh Downs comparison, size-wise, speed-like, and a compliment to a bigger target like Andre Green, because they need different types and sizes at that wide receiver. So, and his junior year, he ran the ball out of the slot position a lot for. He was at Princess Anne. That was Tony Grimes's old high school, and then he transferred to Lansdowne where he didn't play and everything. So just pardon my cat. She hears me talking, so she likes to get in the action, but
she's excited about Tychaun Chapman. That's what look. Here you go.
Yeah.
We're doing this thing. We're going to adjust and adapt here. Cats are really good at darting and shifting gears and changing directions quickly.
Cat like speed. That's
Tychaun Chapman.
Has that.
Yeah, when I saw him in person, we watched him doing drills. One of the things I thought about was, that's a guy who's going to be open, cutting over the middle, and 90% of the defense ain't going to know where he is. Because he's not big, but he's big enough, and he's got that quick darting way about him. So the cat was apropos. That just opened the door for us to discuss some of his very interesting skills. Because he didn't play this fall, do you think that affected his ranking? Because he was recruited as a receiver, but nobody got to see him full time as a receiver. So do you think there's sort of a wild card effect here where Tychaun has been gearing towards getting to college, so when he arrives, he won't have the benefit of a fall season, but he will have the benefit of a kid who has mentally been in preparing to be in college for a while now?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that there's the break, you're going to the analysts and everything, or it might hurt them a little bit in the rankings and everything, but with Dre being up there and seeing all those kids and knowing a lot of these kids, he knows what these kids can do. And Dre's word carries a lot with Coach Brown as well. So, he he got to see the game at a different perspective too. So, but he was one that was at Chapel Hill a lot for games, and like you said, he was the first commit of this class of 2022 back in just about a year to date. So, just credit for him. He locked down his spot and is ready to hit the Chapel Hill.
Tychaun Chapman, a 3-star wide receiver, all-purpose back, scat back, super fast athlete, a young man who's ready to head into Chapel Hill. He is the most recent member of UNC's class of 2022 to send in his signed letter of intent. We will continue to track each one of these young men as they send in their letters of intent throughout the course of the day by rolling out a discussion about each one of them. She's Dina. I'm Andrew. We appreciate you stopping by.